What would be your advice to Slovene chief marketing officers on how to improve performance of marketing in general?
Yeah, so moving beyond business analytics, I think the thing that I personally have found as a marketer is to focus on the return on investment of any activity that you're doing and start looking at the numbers. I mean, I'm definitely a data-oriented person, so I want to see the numbers that help me justify why we should be doing something. And what I find in marketing, in different organizations that I've been in, I find that there's definitely a lot of people who are interested in the creative aspect of marketing and jump on the latest bandwagons, for instance, to try and take advantage of them. And I'm all for jumping on bandwagons if it's going to increase our revenue. I'm a little more hesitant to do things if I don't think that there's going to be a decent return on investment within a reasonable time frame. There are always challenges with new things that come out. For instance, when Twitter came out a few years ago, I think there were a lot of people talking about what's the value of knowing this? Why would I get involved in that? It's been shown now that we need to be involved in those conversations because it's all in the end about building a brand and building a trusted brand out there. So I think it's critical that as we decide as marketers where to invest our dollars, do we invest in awareness building, which is a lot of what the social media discussion is about, building awareness about the product and responding to discussions about the product, or do we invest in demand generation? I think ideally you are able to somehow document the return that you're going to get from one or the other and make sure that you're allocating your money where you think you're going to get the most return. If that means, and now this is where it gets challenging on the awareness side, awareness building is much more difficult to quantify. It's like that old quote that somebody said, I know that 50% of my advertising is wasted. I just don't know which 50%. So that's true. The challenge, or what I'd propose, is that marketers should take a more risk-averse approach to those type of investments and maybe take a smaller approach than you would reflexively do and maybe try testing it out on a small subset. I mean, that's what I'd propose with things like Twitter. If you're a small company, try it out. Don't go whole hog and hire somebody to do Twitter full time. Assign somebody to do it in a small amount. Start seeing if you're getting traction. Try different things on a small scale. And in my opinion, that's the way that you move into areas and start seeing returns that you couldn't necessarily have recognized through a return on investment business case calculation up front. Try it out, but on a smaller scale.